MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the LA Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. We've got an excellent matchup on our hands in this one. Two of the league's craftiest starters go head-to-head next. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Quite frankly, one of the toughest and baddest dudes in the game of baseball. We all remember coming in Game 7 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Every team thinks that they have an ace. Well, guess what? This guy is a true, legitimate ace. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball. It does have the straight changeup, and just in case you didn't know this, the guy can swing the bat a little bit too. One of the best pitchers in the game.
And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one, and we're under. Away from San Francisco. The 1-0. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. The catch is made out there by McCutchen, and that's the first out. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I know these guys love what Justin Turner brings to their offense. He hit over 320 last year, and that will get any pitcher's attention. They knew it when he was coming up, and they knew it when he was on the on-deck circle. Really impressive hitter.
Here's Corey Seager. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He's got 5 base hits in 17 at-bats. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. Missed with a slider. Bumgarner has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
3-0 to him now. 3-0 count. Here it comes. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
Batting third baseman.
Into the box now, Justin Turner. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. He's set, and the pitch. And flirting with danger on a change. Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the LA Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. We've got an excellent matchup on our hands in this one. Two of the league's craftiest starters go head-to-head next. Madison Bumgarner will be the man on the mound for the G-Men. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Quite frankly, one of the toughest and baddest dudes in the game of baseball. We all remember coming in Game 7 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Every team thinks that they have an ace. Well, guess what? This guy is a true, legitimate ace. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball. It does have the straight changeup, and just in case you didn't know this, the guy can swing the bat a little bit too. One of the best pitchers in the game.
Here's the pitch. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hit back up the middle. There is Crawford. A spin and a throw. And a spin throw gets him at first. A fine play there for the first out. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He hit over 320 last year, and that will get any pitcher's attention. They knew it when he was coming up, and they knew it when he was on the on-deck circle. Really impressive hitter.
Here's Corey Seager. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He's got 5 base hits in 17 at-bats. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. Our temperature a very comfortable 72 degrees as we get things started. Hit on the ground out to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. On to first, and Bumgarner's rolled him right through him here. 2 away now.
Batting third baseman, Justin Turner.
Sliding into the box, Justin Turner. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Here comes the first pitch.
That's a ball.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Bumgarner, affectionately known, of course, as Mad Bum. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Outside, 3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Devo, you better be ready to swing with Matt Ross behind the dish. Big zone.
Yeah. And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 1 left for LA. It's the Dodgers nothing with the Giants coming up next. You're watching MLB Network. Clayton Kershaw, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Clayton Kershaw, he just breathes different air than everybody else. The best pitcher in the game of baseball. Good fastball, good changeup, good cutter, and a terrific curveball. When you think about the Cy Young Award, he's always in the mix. He's good, he's strong, he's left-handed, and he's quite simply one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
Joe Herman.
First offering on its way. And that one right down Main Street. The windup and the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. But that is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. And he's retired, one away. And with that, a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. How do they go about taking down their division rival, Mark DeRosa?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hopefully the guys listened in the hitters meeting. They're going to stay up the middle, big part of the yard. But when they get on, look for some wheels in motion, some execution, trying to manufacture some runs. I think that's how this lineup will play it out.
First delivery to him on the way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
McCutcheon, or just Kutch as he's frequently referred to. He was a first-round pick back in 2005.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
So in now for San Francisco, Buster Posey, the winner of last year's Silver Slugger Award for NL catchers. First pitch coming, here it is. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike one.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Swung on and he went fishing in the dirt. Barnes corrals it, and the throw to first ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. We are still scoreless. In now is Yasiel Puig. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He has an even 10 hits and 41 ABs. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Here comes the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a real treat today. Guys, what can we expect from the matchup?
Well, Matty, these are two guys that aren't hard throwers. They're more touchy-feely guys. Hard, soft, up, down, in and out, D-row. And these are the kind of guys that can really frustrate you when you're in that batter's box.
100%, Dan. When you got a flamethrower on the mound, he's going to live and die with his good stuff. But when you got a finesse guy out there, you step out of the box and a lot of different thoughts start entering your mind. What should I sit on? This is going to be an interesting matchup.
There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
2-2 the count. The 2-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. At third, Longoria. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Okay, here's how San Francisco lines up defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
So the base is empty here with one away, and stepping forth is the left fielder, Matt Kemp. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And he lays off for ball one. Now Kemp awaits the 1-1. Ground ball right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's thrown into right.
Hey, he did an amazing job just to be able to get wood on this baseball and drive it through the infield. I mean, that pitch was executed perfectly. Breaking ball down below the zone. Nice job right there.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. He swings and grounds it to short. Step on the bag for one. On to Belt, and they turn the double play. That ends the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Evan Longoria. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Longoria.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High pop up. Forsythe has a play. 1 out.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's take a look at Yasiel Puig, a lightning rod in our sport, but he can play some D, covers a lot of territory out there, and do not come around third base and send this guy home. He has one of the best arms in the game.
Next to bat for the Giants, Brandon Belt, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And it's fouled away. Kershaw's ready. Here it is. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
In now, Hunter Pence. As he grounds one briskly to short. Seager is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Giants down in order. Will move to the third with no score. Back now in San Francisco on MLB Network. Thanks for joining us today. Next for the Dodgers, Logan Forsythe. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He's got 3 base hits in 22 tries. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. It's 1-2.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Two and two.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Clayton Kershaw. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Late that time for a strike. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Third inning, no score to this point. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And he misses here, ball four. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
Center fielder number 3.
He's set. Here it comes. Strike.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
To second for one, on to first, and for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play, and with this one, the side is retired. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Here comes the first pitch. A swinging bunt to the mound. And a good throw gets him, one gone.
Batting 8. Center fielder, Austin.
Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. Kershaw gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
Finally, a take. No, seriously, that's the first pitch they've taken the entire game.
The 1-0. Popped high in the air. Bellinger is there. 2 down.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Stepping in now, Madison Bumgarner. Fouled off. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, and that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Popped him up. Bellinger moving to his left, and that's the 3rd out. Giants are down 1-2-3. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Matt Vasgersian back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the 2016 National League Rookie of the Year, Corey Seager, settles in to start things out. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
3-0 now.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Justin Turner. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch coming, here it is. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
2-0 now. Here he comes on 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Turner in front at 3 balls and a strike. Seager gets his lead at first, nobody out. Another payoff pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Ready for another chance? Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
And, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. Seager over at second. Turner at first with no outs. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
The right fielder, number 66.
Digging in for his second at bat, Yasiel Puig. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the changeup is way low that time. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
The batter, left fielder, Matt Kemp.
Striding in once again, Matt Kemp. A base hit in his first trip. First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
3-1 to the Dodgers left fielder.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Boy, not close again. His third walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Austin Barnes. Stephen Oker answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. From the belt, kicks and deals. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Turner on third. Puig at second. Kemp is over at first with 1 away. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Next up for Los Angeles, Logan Forsythe. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 delivery. On the ground to the left side. Longoria's there on to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So it's 2 runs on just 1 base hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Giants nothing. Here's Joe Panik back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is line to left. And that's the first hit in this one for the Giants.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. It's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Taylor comes on now and he has it 1 down. Stepping into the box, Buster Posey. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
The 1-0 home. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. The 1-1. Swinging a soft liner in there. A base hit. Now a long throw to third. And he's safe.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Little dribbler back at him. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut the deficit to only one run.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that slider's almost in the dirt. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss.
This is the stuff that infuriates a manager. You have to think the game. You got to know he's trying to pitch around you. You cannot swing at that pitch out of the zone.
Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
The 1-2. A bouncer up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Clayton Kershaw. He'll start off the fifth in this one.
Clayton Kershaw.
From the stretch. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. Well, partway through this one, and it's safe to say that both of these starters have brought their best stuff, and each lineup looks a bit helpless out there.
Well, this one's kind of gone as we thought, D-Roll. Both of these command pitchers down in the strike zone, moving the ball up, down, in and out, making it very difficult for these hitters to put anything together.
Yeah, a lot of soft contact, a lot of indecision on the part of both offenses. Nobody seems to want to pot commit to any pitch because these guys are really mixing and matching.
First offering on its way. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
I don't mind the aggressiveness right there. He was definitely trying to get the head to a fastball. He pulled the string on that one. He's going to have to stay back a little bit longer.
Taylor behind, 0-2 the count. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Ripped on the ground to first. And that is through into right field for a single.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
Here's Corey Seager as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Runner goes for second. Strike called. Now the throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. So they still haven't picked up an extra base hit in this one, but that stolen base at least gets him a guy in scoring position.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what the manager was thinking there, Matt. Hey, if we aren't driving the ball with any authority today, we need to make something happen in a different way. They only need a single to the outfield now to push the run across.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lifted down the line in left. On the move is Pence. He can't get to it. This one's down. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Boy, Dero, so close to getting the strikeout there. Needed to make one more pitch and didn't throw a good enough breaking ball there with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that's what you pray for from an offensive standpoint. You try and pick up that red spinning dot that constitutes slider coming in there, and then you hope it doesn't fall off the table. He was able to get himself inside that baseball and get a ribby hit.
Into the box now, Justin Turner, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Now the 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Good job by the catcher to keep the ball from getting too far away and allowing that base runner to get into scoring position. That keeps the double play in order, which they need, seeing as they've already given up 1 run in this inning.
There's one.
The batter, first baseman,
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted the other way down the left field line. On the move is Pence. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for L.A. Last half of the 5th coming up. L.A.'s on top 3-1. Standing in, Hunter Pence. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line in right. Taking it in is Puig, and there's your first down. Stepping into the box, Brandon Crawford. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here it comes. Popped him up. Turner in foul ground. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The center fielder, number 16.
Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. He popped out in his first trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Forsythe shading to his right, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Giants down in order. Score holds. It's 3-1. Digging in and looking for more, Yasiel Puig will start things out for the Dodgers in their half of inning number 6.
Yasiel Puig.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. Here comes the 0-1. Down the third baseline. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder.
Ready for another shot now, Matt Kemp. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. This one for Crawford is short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first takes care of Kemp as he's turned away for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Austin Barnes.
Digging in once again, Austin Barnes. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
A 1 pitch on its way. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. 2 balls and a strike to count to Austin Barnes. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
I like what he was trying to do there with the 2-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to command when you throw it.
Oh, look at Longo. He's up with it. The throw. Got him. Any questions as to why this guy's a Gold Glover? Didn't think so. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Pablo Sandoval is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Pablo Sandoval.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. In the air out to right. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Stepping forward, Joe Pennant. 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. Line towards center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Standing in now, Andrew McCutchen, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Runners off for second. Swing and a miss, strike three. The throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily. So he can't make contact there on strike three, but meanwhile the runner on first takes second here with 2 men away. Here's Buster Posey now, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Hennick at second with 2 down. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging the club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch, that slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch popped straight up. Kershaw is there, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning coming up. The Dodgers lead it 3-1. Back here in San Francisco, the men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Giants, number 26, Corey Aaron.
Ready for another chance? Logan Forsythe. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Logan.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Missed with a slider.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Guerin is exactly what you want out of a bullpen arm. It's a rare occasion that anyone squares him up. He doesn't give up a lot of hits, and when he does, they're almost always kept in the yard.
Matty V, there are 2 keys to being a good relief pitcher, and always remember these. 1, limit the base on balls. 2, keep the ball in the ballpark. You can't defend a walk, and you can't defend a round tripper, and he does both.
And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
Forsythe with a full 3-2 count.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Skied into very shallow right. McCutchen coasts under it. He's got it 1 away.
The batter, number 22, pitcher Clayton Kershaw.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Clayton Kershaw comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Fouled away. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Two balls and no strikes. The count to the Dodgers center fielder. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0. 3 runs, 4 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. He loses him on ball 4.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey.
Riding in once again, Corey Seager. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Throw over to the bag, and he's back easily. The 1-1 pitch. This one is launched. Look at this. Into the cove and gone. So it's a 2-run homer for Corey Seager as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run.
Now batter.
Nick Hundley is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Your attention, please. This change for the Giants. Now catching, number 5, Nick Hundley.
Into the box, Justin Turner, as he swings and grounds it toward the hole.
And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now an off-speed pitch that nearly ran in and got him.
Got to believe the manager didn't have this in mind when he went to the bullpen. This reliever's got to step up right here. It's starting to tickle a little bit after getting hit around early.
Two and 0.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
The count now at 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. Turner, the runner at first with 2 gone. Count remains 2-2.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. But the Dodgers do strike for 2 coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Giants 1. In is the third. Longoria. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
First offering on its way. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here, but also the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Taylor coming on, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The first baseman, number 9, Brandon.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Kershaw's ready. First pitch on its way. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. '50th pitch of the game on its way. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Popped him up. Turner in foul ground, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out. Digging in to try it again, Hunter Pence. He flew out in his last at bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
And Pence has fallen into an 0-2 hole here. Popped up. Bellinger is under it, and that ends the inning. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Giants 1. Hunter
attention,
Strickland
please.
has been summoned from
Now
the
pitching
bullpen
for the
as he'll do
Giants,
so to start the eighth.
Number 60, Hunter Strickland.
Next up for Los Angeles, Yasiel Puig will start off the inning for the Dodgers with Matt Kemp waiting on deck to follow. He's set and the pitch. Ripped down the first base line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
So here's Matt Kemp now.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
He's 1 for 2 in this one. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
He's set. Here it comes. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
As long as you actually get it inside, that 2-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. The 1-1 is a slider taken for a ball.
I got 2-1 the count.
Now the 2-1 pitch is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. The 3-1. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. 5 runs, 6 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Sent on the ground out to second. Panic is there. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He'll be the one to start things here against Clayton Kershaw.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here comes the first pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Seager ranging into the outfield. He's there and records the first out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder, as Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Kershaw gets the sign. Here it is on 0-1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
And he got him.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and whip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Kelby Tomlinson will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Kelby Tomlinson.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're down here 5-1. Derek Law enters from the pen to start the 9th inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Next for the Dodgers, Logan Forsythe. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. 0-1 count and the pitch. Here's a strike.
These are the at-bats that can just flat out frustrate you. You go up there with a plan to work the count, and now you find yourself down 0-2 scratching your head because every quadrant's open for the pitcher now.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw to first is in time, 1 down.
The batter, number 22, pitcher Clayton Kershaw.
Ready once again, Clayton Kershaw. And an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance here this afternoon, and you have to say he's really earned it. Lifted down the line in left. On the move is Pence. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out.
Center fielder number 3.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Chris Taylor. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Line toward right center, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So that'll extend the inning, and with 2 away, bring up Corey Seager. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, lacing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Here's Corey Seager, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Another RBI spot for him. He's already got 3 in the game.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run. So it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More from AT&T Park right after this. Here's Joe Panik. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one.
Here in the bottom of the 9th. Second baseman, Joe Panik.
Here comes the first pitch. Left side. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The batter, right fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
Next to bat for the Giants, Andrew McCutchen. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ball game, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
1-1 to Andrew McCutchen.
I know he got a swinging miss right there, but that was a hittable location to a really good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Hard hit ball to second. Forsythe is there. Throw on to first is in time, and the Giants are down to their final out now.
The batter, catcher, Nick Hundley.
So in now for San Francisco, Nick Hundley. His lifetime numbers against Kershaw. He's totaled 13 base hits in 50 at-bats. He's also been a strikeout victim 14 times. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the 2-out hit extends the inning for Evan Longoria next.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. Oh, heater gets turned around.
Stepping in now, Evan Longoria. Swing and a little tapper. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And 1 count, and the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Last strike here for the Giants. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
He's got to find a way to grab some composure out there and not let this inning get away from him. He was dominating. And now he goes out and gives up a 2-out single and then almost drills a guy. Get back in the zone.
No offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. Puig is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts, but listen, he was good from the first inning through the ninth. Well-deserved complete game victory.
5-1, the final total in today's game. The Los Angeles Dodgers took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Clayton Kershaw pitches well enough to get the W. Madison Bumgarner couldn't escape the fourth inning as he slapped with the loss. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon for the victorious Dodgers. 5 runs.